Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, our kind of long-term goal is shmups at Evo, so probably won't end up happening, but we'll see. You never know. Um, it's great that we were able to get some people interested with our stuff at SCR. So I'm really happy that you kind of reached out to us. That's great. I mean, I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. Yeah, SF4, I figured. So. Yeah, I'm not a big fighting game player. Well, okay, I guess I could say I enjoy playing the games. Actually, I really enjoy fighting games, but I am absolutely awful at them. Like, I cannot play competitively worth shit. I can barely even beat the computer. So, beat the computer in games like Schoolgirls, where it's actually moderately challenging. Games where the computer is incredibly retarded or can get AI looped, it's a little bit of a different story. But yeah, I'm also never much for Street Fighters. I play Skullgirls, Blaze Blue. And there were a couple others that I've been interested in, but that's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not much for fighters. But they have shmups all the time at Evo? There was Twinkle Star Sprites? That's really cool, actually. Twinkle Star Sprites is a very, very fun game. Oh god, this horrible tacky music. I need to change things. I need to change things now. Help, 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 help. Options, sound. No! No! I can't change the soundtrack. Alright. Well, then we just need to do that. I mean, regardless of whether or not we get the ability to actually host any kind of event there, we just need to show up with some stuff. Because that's fucking cool. We actually got invited to, I forget what it's called, some kind of classic gaming event in Las Vegas. So, I mean, people are taking notice, this shit's catching on. Oh, actually, wait, this isn't the bad remix, my bad. I thought this was the really, really bad arrange. Because Mushi 1 has had, like, 3 different arranged soundtracks made of it. Some of them are absolutely awful. And some of them are amazing. There's one in particular, oh god. It's the stage 3 track, and it's done by basically like a full orchestra. And in this kind of almost like, I don't want to say rock opera because that sounds like totally wrong, but it almost has that vibe. It has like a rock undertone, but it's done in an orchestral style, and it is so good. It sounds just amazing. I just don't even know how to words. So I have no idea what I'm doing playing arrange mode. I should just point that out. Like, literally, I just play arrange mode exactly like I play Maniac mode. Except for some of the patterns are like they are in Ultra mode, so, and that's kind of my full extent of this is my arrange mode. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tried adding you on Steam. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, I enjoy Blaze Blue quite a lot, actually. I haven't played Guilty Gear yet, which I feel really bad about admitting now that I think about it. Because my friends are like, dude, you should totally play Guilty Gear, you would love it. So, okay, yeah, this is one of the bad arranges. I'll play Matsuri after this, so I can show you 1.5 original max. And maybe Maniac Max too, because those modes are just fun as hell. So much intensity all the time. It's like a drug trip. Also, I doubt this will happen, but if anyone in the chat does happen to know how to play arrange mode, please let me know, because I would love to have that knowledge. At some point, I'll probably watch a replay and all will be revealed, but In the meantime, it's just like, oh, shit's happening. I also love how much slowdown just happened with that nanobush milk. Wow. Oh. Come on, give me an enemy, give me an enemy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, wow, the nanobushes just like make mega slowdown in this mode. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not gonna complain. Oh, I got hit! Yeah, so this mode does have an auto bomb feature where, like I said, it depletes all of your bomb stock at once. So it's kind of balanced in that respect. I still don't really care for it because auto bomb is auto bomb, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Max Zangeku, you probably dig it. Max Maniac is great. I mean, it's just so fast-paced. Original Max, I don't want to say it feels like a Psycho game, but at times it kind of does. I mean, you get these super, super fast patterns that are much more like something you'd see in Psycho or a Raiden game than anything you would expect from Cave. The only thing that's kind of iffy about Original Max is, what was I going to say? Oh, the scoring system is entirely based on point-blanking things. So literally, like, to get a high score, all you do is just point-blank everything, the entire game. Which is just never fun. I mean, a scoring system like that, it's just so gimmicky, almost. And it's not like Ketsui, where you can kind of strategically point blank and then pull back and then like lock and, you know, do all that shit. There's no freeform element to it at all. You just have to memorize where everything is, so you can be sitting at the exact top of the screen and just move back and forth and back and forth and back and forth just as it comes in. I mean, that's what I have the world record replay downloaded, and it's just. Oh, later, Alexei. My chat is like 3 minutes behind. Gotta love these stage end screens.
I like Toho hentai. Fill the time, you know, relax between the stages.
Okay, there we go. God, my chat is just raping itself. What are you doing, Twitch? God. Hang on, I'm gonna... I like that I have this much time that I can... Yeah, so I don't really care for auto bombs. But, you know... It is what it is. I mean, you can't get around it, really. So I'm looking at this Ultramax picture, and then I'll keep playing. I'm sorry. This is just very entertaining. Yeah, exactly. Ultramax is silly. I mean, I saw a clear of it. I saw a legit clear of it. It's like, how do you even do that? But yeah, I mean, look at it. I just love these end screens with, you know, that much time. I mean, you really could just like, you know, just enjoy yourself for a few minutes there. Yeah, this is bad range. Okay, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but the slow A tapping does not seem to work that well in this mode, so I'm just gonna... I don't know why the guy asked for me to do the arrangement, because I don't think he has a Japanese Xbox 360, and since it's completely exclusive to the Xbox 360 port of the game, and the Xbox 360 port is region locked, it seems like, I don't know, it just seems weird to me that he would ask for that. But maybe he just wants coverage of it, because as far as I know, the Xbox 360 mode hasn't really been talked about like anywhere. Even on shmups, there doesn't seem to be any kind of strategy or information about it, whereas the PS2 range has quite a bit of coverage. The PS2 version also has dedicated arranged super players, which is pretty neat. Dam Dam, or Dam Dam, or however the hell you pronounce her name. Which reminds me, I'm just so infinitely frustrated that I couldn't make it out to Stunfest. I was so ready. I had everything ready. Everything ready. And then I found out that I would basically lose 2 letter grades in one of my classes if I went. And it's just like, fuck! You know, I really, really wanted to go. I'm gonna post, I'm gonna send a PM to some of the guys and ask if they can get a poster for me and tell them I will give them money. And maybe ask some questions for the sake of STG Weekly, so I'll just try to come up with some interview questions over the next few days. I think that would be a good idea. Oh. So when I was playing arrange mode at SCR, it was hilarious because I got to the TLB on my first credit. I literally played arrange mode on a whim. I get to the TLB on my first credit ever, and I'm like, oh, I just beat the game. And then the fucking TLB, like, you know, Aki, because he falls off of his shit, and then he comes back up and like fakes you out about it. And I'm just like, oh no, it's a TLB. What do I do? So, oh, you're leaving? Later, Kempop. It's nice you were around. Oh no, Scrub is leaving. Okay, my bad. Yeah, come back. I'll try to stream again, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. So I'm not on all that often, but recently I got a new streaming setup, so it's working pretty well. But yeah, later, thanks for dropping by. Glad you were able to see it. So open this other Ultra Max pick. Yeah, Ultra Max is silly. You should follow me. I should stream more often. That's what I'm gonna say I should do. I'm surprised by how many viewers I'm getting, actually. Normally I have like 3, and right now I have like 10, and earlier I had 18. What the hell is this? Like a... I don't even know. This music is interesting. Like the Night of the Falling Stars house mix, apparently. Okay, just testing there. Yes, if I stop shooting, it does still decrease. So in theory, it seems to work the same way as the normal game, but it almost seems like it decreases faster the further you are in the game in a range mode. Or maybe the longer you go without dying. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how the scoring works. Not really making that much sense to me right now. Yeah, that dodge. That was fucking fun. And I do agree with Zangetsu on that point, absolutely. I think that it's nice if you have auto bombs, because then you can really just let loose with all the crazy dodging. I mean, even if I didn't have auto bomb, I would have done that in Maniac, just because I have, you know, so many lives at this point. Just be like, why would you not try it for something that awesome? But yeah, what is the scoring system doing? Like, my counter is at 0 now. Well, not literally, but like it's, you know, rapidly dropping. But yeah, I gotta talk to Frenetic about that. If they literally just have like a BYOC at EVO, we could totally do something there. And if I think it's organized by level up as well, so if we get in touch with them, they might be able to hook us up, because they mentioned before that that our event was interesting enough that we could. Yeah, this is exciting. Oh no! Didn't quite kill it. I like that they give you the ability to kill these worms, and that you do it from the tail, not the head. I feel like in a lot of shooting games, you either can't kill the worm, or you can kill it, but from the head, not the tail. Which, when you think about it, is kind of interesting, since they tend to normally come onto the screen head first. Of course, since usually the body is nigh indestructible, and becomes a significant environmental hazard, it makes sense that you'd want to eliminate it as quickly as possible, so I like that they give you that option. But I think that it's an interesting take on the shmup snake concept that they do in Mushi here. That was a manual bomb, and that was not... That pattern came out much more quickly than I was expecting it. Whoops. There we go. Alright. Well, Zangetsu, to be fair, originally I wasn't going to, because the site is all like, if you primarily play Toho, and I'm like, well, but I don't primarily play Toho, and then at the very bottom in like fine print, it's like, or other shooting games, in the middle of one of the other sentences, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna put it in there under that clause. But yeah, it's nice that there's a feature like that. Yeah, I'd love to understand how the arrange mode works, because it's definitely pretty cool. I mean, you get 6 options, so you have a lot more firepower, but you get patterns from both Maniac and Ultra. and there's some kind of aggressive thing going on with the scoring system. I just have no idea what it is. And I mean, you can see that some of the patterns have different acceleration, like that middle spread from that large like flower that I just killed, like the man-eating flower. I don't know what I forget what the name of those things. Oh god, a pitcher plant. So this giant pitcher plant, like the middle spread that it fires in between its first and third waves of attacks, it's like way faster in range mode than it is on any of the other modes except for original. So I just thought that was really interesting. Also, I love that, like, first 4 stages, it's just like, oh, you know, super easy patterns, like, you know, Maniac patterns, except you get an Autobomb now, so it's, like, really casual. And then here, they just start pouring more and more bullets on the screen. I think it makes for kind of a fun jump. Especially since, I mean, shooting games, we're used to having a harder Stage 5 manual bomb, what they call that. You're used to having a harder Stage 5, but it's kind of like a subtle jump a lot of the time. And you tend to get that hump in Stage 3, since that's kind of the return on credit investment point for arcades. Like, by that time they want you out of there. Yeah, what convinced me to join STG Grills, or ST Grills, or how the fuck you pronounce it. But what convinced me to join it was that Frenetic is on there, and then I saw people like Icarus on there, and I'm like, Icarus hardly ever plays Nitoho. So, and maybe Trap's on there too, I don't know. I don't quite remember everyone that's on there, but there's a lot of people from the farm on there. And a lot of them, I watch their streams and I know that they don't ever play Toho. So it's just like, oh, it's just like a guideline. This is a weird remix of this song. It's such a good song, and this remix is so... I'm not gonna say outright bad, but it just doesn't have... It just doesn't feel right. Oh god, I got hit. And I got hit again. Oh, okay. So it does the Daifukatsu thing, where the auto bomb is much shorter in duration than a regular bomb is as well. So you have a much shorter invincibility period, which is kind of cool, because that balances it even further. So, sweet. Good to know for the future. There's a manual bomb. Remember, this is literally my second credit ever playing range, so I'm probably gonna... Well, I'm gonna do my absolute best against the TLB, but there's a very real chance that I won't be able to clear because I'm going in completely blind, basically. I've only ever made it the one time before, which was also a total fluke. Well, it's not really an not really an auto bomb in IN, is it? I mean, it's the reaction bomb. Where once you've gotten hit, but before you're actually dead. So this pattern is exactly the same as the one in Maniac, except that the bullets are fatter, so it's actually substantially more difficult. And there's a lot of changes to the final boss patterns between either of the other difficulty modes. In fact, I believe many of the patterns that you find in arrange mode here are completely unique. Not yet, obviously, because this is just a derivative of some of the other ones, although faster, if you didn't notice. But we'll see in a second with the TLB, hopefully, what I'm talking about. Alright, so TLB time. I know you're coming this time, so you won't... Well, that's true. I will give you that. It is true that it is harder not to bomb than to bomb. So this is that same pattern from Ultra, except that it does another iteration, and it kind of sits on top of itself. And whoops. Oh god. Oh god. No! No! Why are you doing this? I know how to dodge these patterns. Fuck you. I'm just not doing it right because I'm a loser. I need to get to the second form of the TLB so I can show you guys what I'm talking about with these unique patterns. It apparently doesn't shoot while shielding, so that's a concession, I guess. There we go. You gotta die as fast as possible. Oh god, that was really bad. So these are actually more dense than they are on Ultra. Believe it or not. This pattern is not nearly this dense on Ultra. And then this pattern is completely unique, as far as I know. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. And then there's this shit. What? 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 Oh no. Apparently that counted as a hit. Well, yeah. So I mean, you can see that I... Yeah. Yeah, every time you bomb or die, his shield goes up, Kenpop, but unlike an actual Ultra, he doesn't shoot when his shield is up, which is a nice concession. And I think my Xbox just froze up. It did. Cool. So I'm gonna end the stream, fix that issue, restart, and then we'll go. Oh, and then it unfroze. Okay, well I'm gonna. Oh, you can continue in PS2. That's cool. No score upload. Oh, you're going, Kenpop? Later. Well, I have double my previous score, so that's pretty decent, I think. Let me just look at the leaderboards, get a sense of where that is, because I know literally nothing about this game. So, but yeah, good night, Kenpop. Thanks for coming by. $191. Okay. Cool. $169 for original version 1.5. Oh, that's right. I gotta go here. How do I get to the? Oh, that's right. Okay. Maniac. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. I'm 41. I did not know that. Yeah, I will. Thank you, Kenpop. You too. The 169 there. Let's just see what my ultra ranking is. This will probably be like lol-tastic. Huh? Oh, because it's not my... Okay, so my stage 4 run must have been offline. That sucks. In the top 40 still, I'm not going to complain, but... Yeah. Alright, so I am going to end the stream for now and pick it back up in just a couple minutes and switch to 1.5. So just bear with me for a second, guys. I'll be right back.